Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Off play action. Peterson going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Peterson. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow, he'll drop this one down to Mixon. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
On 2, ready?
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd and 9, Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You don't want none. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 18.
Operating from the gun. Peterson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. We know that the rookie's going to go to a top target like that often. That time, though, maybe a little telegraphed.
And that's not unusual because you do tend to lock in on one of your better players. And when under duress, when in doubt, you're going to throw the ball in his direction because oftentimes...
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to throw on second down. Peterson. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On first down, Peterson. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Dancing to his left. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They'll look to throw again. Looking left sideline, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after one. Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
On the return, Williams. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And some room to run now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On 3rd down, Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Flushed out right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Peterson. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good.
It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. They're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Bengals have recovered it. He already had the one fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Peterson. Screenplay. Johnson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Peterson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They go play action with Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Oh, some strong running. And all the way down to the 26.
Come on, let's get him.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. To throw on 2nd down, Peterson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. Then the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Able to find Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
This pass complete to Higgins. And he's got room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. From the gun, Peterson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incomplete.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. The last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Flushed out right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal. Expect them to attack right here on this play.
I'm coming after you. 55, my God, 55. Check pass, check pass. Check. Kill, 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 kill.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Peterson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here's Williams to return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43. Again, he'll drop to throw. Johnson's got it complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Again, it's Johnson. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. He's got a man complete. Touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. And McPherson on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, Peterson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake, Peterson sliding out of the pocket. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing on 1st down, Peterson. Harris has it over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Off play action, Peterson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Back to throw again. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Boswell good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the return will stop right around the 25. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got him.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point now by Boswell. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught at the 5. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole, as they'll remain down by a bundle. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a play in the catch.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. 11 mighty.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
And he's taken down inside the 30. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
11.
First down. Here's Burrow. That's going to be caught. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.